makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Goff going to move his guys around a bit. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Out to his left. That is caught. Still going inside the 20. And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. The deuce is wild here. 2nd down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock. Gibbs is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Mariota on first down. Flush to his right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Mariota. And complete to Zach Ertz. Big strides, look at him go. Touchdown, Washington. Zach Ertz, 63 yards. And Washington has taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. That's caught inside the 20. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams, 72 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing, Mariota. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. This is swung out to Eckler. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty entertaining start. 14 all the score on EA Sports. Now 3rd down and 7. They'll throw again. Mariota. That's caught, and it's Eckler again. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Mariota to throw for it on 4th. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A 1st down throw for Mariota. That's into the hands of Eckler. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. Eckler now between the tackles. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. And McLaurin, the motion man right. On 3rd down, Mariota. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Zach Ertz. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Commanders have moved out in front. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown. Here's Seibert now to kick it off. This taken in at the goal line. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage here by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Goff now looking to throw. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On first down, it's gone. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. Gone. Oh, he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Goff looking to throw. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
Let's go, D. 46 to Mike. 46 to Mike. Not here. Hey, check Mike 46. Check Mike 46. I got it.
Mariota now to throw on first down. Open man is the tight end, John Bates. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Mariota now from the 50. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Great coverage down in the end zone. He's scanning the field, looking. No one ever came open. So in the end, he makes the best decision and just fires it over the end line.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. An incomplete pass on first down. Here's 2nd and goal. To the air again. Mariota steps away to his left. This will be caught at about the 5. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Seibert's kick is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. A final shot before break here. Goff throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? I couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go jet sweep here with Williams. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. Goff going to shift him around. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Step, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fade.
So now following the sack, often the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. He'll buy some time right. Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A big play there for Detroit. 44 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now a 2nd and 6. Another run for Gibbs here. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And he's into the clear. And the Commanders will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Following the interception here, Mariota. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. In motion left, that's Crowder.
46 to Mike, 46. I don't even know why this team showed up. 46, boys, 46. 46 to Mike. Here we go. 46 to Mike.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And when you're in a one-score game in the 2nd half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. It's Eckler again. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. Now Mariota. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Commanders will add to their 4th quarter lead. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.